Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
Enjoying Annika.
And today we've landed right here in Oak Ridge, New Jersey. And boy, do we have a treat for you today. On our journeys, we like to go to all different amusement parks, theme parks, stuff like that. And one of the dying theme parks we feel are the Storybook parks. There's not that many left. Well, here in Oak Ridge, we are standing in front of Fairy Tale Forest. Now, what makes this special is this park was originally started to be built in 1953 by Paul Woolley, and he opened it in 1957. But sadly, like I was saying, these parks don't last that long. It shut down in 2003, and people started going to bigger parks in Jersey and just couldn't keep up. But people didn't give up hope, and today, in 2024, 21 years later, it's its grand reopening. They restored it. It is back. We are going. We're bringing you along. But yeah, so this is going to be awesome. It is a fairy tale themed park, aka Fairy Tale Forest. There's a mushroom hanging out between me and Joy. We are so excited. I started photographing roadside attractions in probably around 2006, and we would drive by and photograph the entrance to the spot. But obviously we couldn't go in. And the fact that we're going in today, we're bringing you. We're honored to be able to do this. It's going to be awesome. If you like this kind of thing, you should like this video. If you haven't done it yet, we always appreciate if you subscribe to our channel. Comment down below, what is your favorite theme park around the country? Have you done it? Okay, but it's time to do this. Step right up. Let's go for this ride. Right out front, what stands before us, a magical little happy mushroom. Guiding us in like, oh, a little roadside attraction to make you want to come in. Well, don't worry. There's more than just a little roadside attraction to make you go in. Look at the entrance to the spot. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had too many kids. She didn't know what to do. It looks like was the front entrance. I think we're going to enter in this building here. But looking at the facade, the castle pillars, it is amazing what one man can do with a little cement and a dream. Figured from Germany, inspired by the Brothers Grimm, building a park, telling some of those favorite stories. We made it in Joy. Already agree with some princesses, Snow White and Little Red Riding Hood. Hello there.
I'm a red
and an
fan.
elephant. Look, this elephant's doing tricks, Joy. Got 3 legs up. It's funny, ever since I've been with Joy, we've wanted to come here, and now it's here. We're actually in the gates. Ooh, and look, in the gates we're greeted by a knight. We have St. George the Dragon Slayer. So we have the knight, and behind, doesn't look like he slayed the dragon, he imprisoned the dragon. Or he's starting off with some nursery rhymes. We have our Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, and there he is, sitting on that wall. We saw the outside all these years. I never knew Humpty Dumpty was right behind the wall. Just hanging out right there. You never know what you're gonna find here. Or should I say, you never know what you're gonna find here. I love all this. Big Top Ring Circus. Everything about this is so awesome and magical. Just look at this mural. There we have the knight on horseback going after the dragon, protecting the castle. This is the goose that laid the golden egg. Where's Jack? Jack, I found the egg for you. Hi there.
I'm Meriwether, your resident fairy godmother.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Make all your wishes come true.
As we're going, it looks like we have a stage to the left. Going down, we have another gnome. We have a little plaque telling us about the gnomes here. It says gnomes are magical creatures who are said to live beneath the ground. They have been associated with mining as tricksters of gold and riches. Some have portrayed them as mischievous tricksters. Others say they are helpful sprites who bring luck and riches. The Brothers Grimm story, the gnome, portrays them as the former. And that's what the beauty of this park is. It's just little fairy tales. Walk around. This isn't a theme park per se like other theme parks where it's tons of attractions and roller coasters and stuff like that. All these little walk-up things. Like here we're looking at Robin Hood. with Little John and Friar Tuck. So here we have Robin Hood. There's Friar Tuck. And there's Little John. I heard of mushroom rings, but I never heard of ice cream sundae rings. I like it. It looks like today's the soft opening, so even though this is the first time it's opened in 20-something years, it's still gonna grow, it's still gonna become better. It's cool, we're walking in here.
Yeah.
Yes, it is geared to very little kids. I understand that. I'm a kid at heart, and I've always wanted to see, and it is pretty awesome. They're looking for nuts. I am the nut.
So then they found it?
It looks like we have another gnome house. We're gonna walk around the path and come back, but I found Hansel and Gretel's. This gnome is practicing Om. We have Mary quite contrary, and we have her garden. This squirrel actually found some nuts. I see a pig, and this looks like a house of bricks. Hello.
The three little pigs.
The wolf huff and
Oh, no,
puff.
I think we continued the story. Oh no.
We started it wrong.
I think, so obviously we got three little pigs.
Hey, little pig, I'm gonna huff and puff and blow your house down. We're gonna leave the house of straw into the house of sticks. Ready? And the two little pigs went to their brother in the house of bricks.
And now, the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And then they all went into the brick one and safe.
Yeah, now they're safe. They're all happy because the wolf was trying to eat them, and because he couldn't blow this house down, he's actually trying to climb into the chimney right into their cooking pot. And we actually see the wolf trying to climb into the chimney, not knowing that there's a pot boiling on the stove. And the little pig's house is really cool because you see it's concrete to preserve you from the weather, but once you're inside, the straw house is actually straw. And the sticks, well, that's all sticks. But these sticks have been painted to protect you from the weather. It is cool how everything's tucked into the woods. We're like walking through the forest, coming upon little houses. It really makes it more magical. Let's see whose house we're going into now. Oh.
The wolf and the seven kids?
I have to look that up. That's a fairy tale I'm not familiar with.
I'm guessing kids are goats.
This wolf's causing a lot of trouble here. You look like you're the villain of the park. We've seen Little Red, we've seen the three pigs, and now we're finding the wolf and the seven kids. And by kids, I guess they don't mean children, they mean little goats.
He might stink, but this place doesn't.
Hey, little buddy.
Little stinker.
Don't worry, she calls me that too. We have the adventure of Pinocchio. I'm a real boy.
I'd gathered my tools and was ready to start a project that would be a true work of art. The piece of wood would eventually be a magnificent puppet for all to see. I carved him a body and fingers and toes, eyes, mouth and cheeks and a very long nose. Pinocchio would be the perfect name to bring him luck and fortune and fame. Was a bad boy, a bad boy. They thought life would be so grand, playing in a wonderland where every day's a holiday. That's why he ran away. But the boys had all been duped. They were
We can see Geppetto is carving some more. He has a wood chisel, a wood carving tool in his hand. Pinocchio is dancing. He has no strings. We even have Geppetto's little cat in the corner.
But now he's real, yes he is real. He's really real, yes he is real.
To activate Pinocchio and Geppetto, we have a little push button that Joy pushed.
He's not just
And Geppetto, just this song, just keeps singing.
He's a living.
I thought he was a woodcarver. I guess he's a musician.
Makes him such a
Well,
joy.
think about
He's
it
my happy,
also, like,
healthy,
he
living,
hasn't had
breathing,
anybody here for so many
real
years.
life.
He hasn't been here for 21. He's getting the story told. Peter, Pumpkin Eater, Joy, get in the pumpkin shell. I can't keep you. There you'll stay, fair and well.
They won't let me in.
It does look like she has a nice little kitchen, dining area here. I don't know where she sleeps, but she's staying fair and well. There's Joy. She's trying to get into the pumpkin shell. Button, who's got the button?
Oh, button.
We got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Welcome everyone to Fairy Tale Forest. We hope you are enjoying opening.
We have all the beds here. I see Bashful, Dopey, Doc. All the Seven Dwarfs are up getting ready for work. Except Sleepy, he's still sleeping. We have a whole little village here. From the road, you couldn't tell, it's all tucked away.
Oh! The little shoemakers that would come when the people were sleeping and make all the shoes, and
Yeah.
they would magically appear. And
Yeah, and then we have the people sleeping behind them. I like his attention to detail. The people sleeping,
chest
we have
going
snoring,
up
but the
and down.
chests are going up and down, really showing that they're breathing. They're not lying there some other way. They should have cleaned up after dinner, unless they were leaving food out for the little shoemakers.
I think they were leaving snacks.
Got some more little gnomes. Because we see here's above ground, we have a little one with some animals. But they said they lived underground, and when we start going underground, we see the gnome house. They're set up at the table, storing all their apples for winter. Judging from this red and green house, I think this is a version of Old Saint Nick, maybe feeding the animals. So I've come to the conclusion, we are on the North Pole. These are probably Santa work at where the sleigh was, getting the reindeer happy, feeding them. Because here we have like a lot of Santa's workshops. We have a snowman because we're at the North Pole. So I think we have made our way to the North Pole part of the park. Right, Mr. Snowman? He's so cool. He has 2 canes. One of them is candy. And each one of the windows its own separate button. So let's start at the toy maker. We push it, we can see the toy makers carving the toys.
Oh, with the reindeer in the back.
The reindeer on the back. One of them does have a red nose. We found Rudolph. I am glad I told Santa I wanted a little toy boat for Christmas, and it looks like this guy's in the middle of making it as we speak.
I wanted this like tow truck thing.
See? Girls could play with tow trucks too. They don't need the doll bassinet.
Because I can hook the mast and just like take your boat along with me.
You taking my boat?
Now we have the
Painting department. We saw the toys be carved.
Oh, still more reindeer.
Oh, there's a bunch of reindeer. Ooh, I changed my mind. I want a wheelbarrow. He's going through making sure they carve the toys that they needed and paint them proper colors.
Santa Claus retreat.
Oh. Joy's got this button.
He's relaxing, playing music.
Oh, he's playing Oh Tenenbaum. Santa, you know what I like? We got the nutcrackers on each side of his fireplace.
Bakery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this one's
There's definitely
cute.
some scrumptious treats in here. This one's kneading the dough. We have some pudding, the baked goods in the oven. You know the one thing left for us to do.
Send them out.
We gotta package them so Santa can put them on the sleigh. And that's what we're doing right here. The elves are now packaging up the toys, they're wrapping them. And in case you didn't know, elves, They use all the latest technology to make sure this works efficiently. This guy is talking on his iPhone, looking at the naughty and nice books. He's shaking up your gift for you, Joy. I think it's a margarita. Whoa, whoa. Look at that face. Shake, shake, shake. This one might not be a fairy tale, but it is pretty awesome. He's not 3 years old here, but we have Davy Crockett fighting a bear with just a little stone knife. Davy Crockett, be careful, it's a wild bear. Joy's a big fan of Davy Crockett.
No, you are, and I'm trying to get a better photo for you.
Here, you want a good photo of me with Davy Crockett? Go back where you are.
Okay.
I'm photographing you, photographing me. Right, now I'm gonna put that on the video camera. I love approaching the buildings. You never know what you're gonna find.
Goldilocks.
I do think it is Goldilocks.
Boy, were those bears surprised.
I think someone already pushed the button. We have the porridge sitting here.
Three Bears was published by the English poet Robert Southey in 1837.
They're telling us that Goldilocks was published in Robert
An
Southey.
old woman named Silverlocks entered the bear's house.
Silverlocks entered the bear's house, not Goldilocks. Wow. We're actually in the whole history of Goldilocks and different versions. We see Goldilocks sleeping. Baby Bear is very upset because Goldilocks sat and broke Baby Bear's stool. Your poor chair. I feel a gingerbread house. Got gingerbread men. We have the fireplace going. Woman's baking.
Now what would you do if a lady rolled out some dough and shaped it into a guy like me with fingers, hands, and legs and toes? Well, what would you do if you were lying on a baking sheet and placed into an open rack on a medium baking heat? You'd run, you'd hide as fast as you possibly can. You'd bolt, you'd dash like me, the gingerbread man.
Joy, I got a secret to tell you. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man.
It's uphill. This is really
Dang it, she caught me. We finally found her. Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. To eat you.
Come sit down. I'd like to have you near.
Granny, what big ears you have.
They help me hear the things you say.
I understand what ears are for, but Granny, why you looking that way? Granny, what big teeth you have.
Those help me chew.
I understand what teeth are for, but why do you look the way you do?
Little Red Riding Hood, I think the time has come for me to eat you up.
I knew it! You are not like Granny.
There's a solar power Ferris wheel. All these animatronics going. Joy,
it's picking up speed.
we're going. This is awesome. The homespun merry-go-round. Look at that, solar powered. How cool is that?
That was so cool.
Merry-go-round credit achieved. We have the crooked man that walked the crooked mile. You can see he's all crooked and bendy weird, and his cane's even crooked.
So the gingerbread guy was so cute. I actually like how there was the story and that and everything else. But just because like I've seen like Goldilocks and people do Hansel and Gretel and just everything that was cool.
I like when there's this stuff that, I mean, none of them are their ideas, but like ideas that we don't see in all the other storybook parks.
Right.
That, The Wolf and the Seven Kids, I never heard that.
I have to look that up.
But we are going to look at one of my favorites that is my favorite in all these type of parks. Here we have Fairy Tale Forest is Hansel and Gretel house. All the good cookies making up the roof. And there she is. We have the witch. There's Gretel.
Can you hear it? Oh, is it working now?
Those don't look like sweet treats in the fire.
The next day, the witch forced Gretel to work and locked Hansel up in a cage. The witch tried to fatten up Hansel so that she could cook him. Hansel fooled the
And
witch
look,
by holding out
just like all good witches, she has a little black cat. It's crazy. Besides telling us the story of Hansel and Gretel, it's telling facts. They were saying during the Middle Ages, because during the Great Famine, parents couldn't feed the whole family. So they would leave some of the kids actually in the woods to fend for themselves. That's where some of the stories come from. We have a woman telling stories to little kids. She's telling Jack and Jill. We have the School of Rhymes, and she's telling you some of the rhymes. And we have all of Mother Goose's rhymes along the thing. Like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, and Jack jump over the candlestick. Little Miss Muffet. She was going to sit on her tuft, but that spider scared her. Jack and Jill, they fell down the hill. He broke his crown. That's actually his head. See, he's not wearing a real crown. Oh, this is one of mine. Simple Simon met a pieman going to a fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your ware. Says the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, indeed I have not any. We have Little Boy Blue, Mary had a little lamb. And we also have Baba Black Sheep. But on top of that, if we want to make a wish, we could ring the bell. I'm thinking of a wish. You found it, the last unicorn. I knew you would find it.
Where's the Red Bull?
They gave you wings and they flew away. We looked in a lot of houses. This house we actually get to go in. We just made it actually to, I think, the Passion of the Christ. Arrival of the Three Wise Men. We have the crucifixion. We have the whole story.
Different numbers.
It is biblical stories, so we have the different numbers, and then they are labeled here. So it's not just Passion of Christ, it is a whole biblical story. Like here we see the flight into Egypt. We see baby Jesus with the three wise men. It tells all the stories all the way up on the hill we have the crucifixion. I'm guessing this is the resurrection because it looks like the hole that they buried him in and he's coming out of it. And we have a little spot where you could pray. Or is this the confessional? Forgive me, Father, because I have sinned. I jumped in front of some of the little kids and pushed the buttons to activate the windows. I'm sorry, Father. Up the hill, a whole village of miniatures with a water wheel and everything. A cemetery. I see a chalet up there. Oh, I was right. It was a chalet because here we have the Swiss Alpine Hotel. Oh, we got to come back. The big top is coming. I want to go see here when the big top's here. The only problem with the Swiss Alpine hotels, no bathrooms. You have to use these little outhouses.
Cinderella and the prince have
We have Cinderella. You see the animals are actually helping her make the gown to go to the ball. Just imagine having to clean, churn butter, and spin thread all day long. It's a good thing she's not Sleeping Beauty, because that spinning wheel would end poorly for her. They're playing amazing music. We just obviously can't share with you because it's all copyright, but right now in the background is Puff the Magic Dragon. We've heard
It's a Small World.
It's a Small World. We were hearing all different stuff from all these beautiful things, but all copyrighted.
And you got a Humpty Dumpty on top.
I hope he doesn't have a big fall.
Then we'll just need to find the king's men and king's horses.
No, I'm gonna catch him, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
But wouldn't he crack on you and all this yolk?
Oh, that wouldn't be a funny yoke, if you know what I mean.
I think I know it.
We saw the shoe, we saw the Knight and the Dragon. I didn't almost look in this little thing because I knew it used to be the old ticket booth. But if it look, we see all the little kids. Because this is the old lady in the shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do. She looks like they're handling quite well. They're just hanging out. I think this little girl's gonna read Dr. Seuss to all the other kids. They do have some beverages if you wanted to have a little snack while you're here at the park. It's interesting. From now on, I'll know right behind us, behind that wall is Humpty Dumpty. That's right. We are on the other side of the wall. We have proceeded to exit. That place is so cute. It is awesome that a spot that has been closed for over 20 years managed to come back to life.
Yeah.
The parking lot is packed. Hopefully it stays packed for years to come. And it's the same family that originally opened it, which to me is
That's
cool.
awesome.
It's the grandkids of the man we said that opened it. Yeah, that's keeping in the family, keeping this attraction going. Cars just keep pulling in.
Yeah.
There is a desire for this, which makes me happy. And you should come and see it for yourself. Because I like the little fairy tales. I like the little push buttons. It is fun. You have a little kid. This is awesome. Especially if you tell them all those little kids stories, you get to see it come to life in front of your eyes.
And in a different way than like just being told the story. Like it's fun. There was music, there was this story, and then they tell you a little history about some of them.
And some of the songs that they made up for the windows that
So
are
cool.
ridiculous. That Pinocchio, Geppetto talking that
the
Pinocchio
Little
was a
Red.
bad boy. Yeah, Little Reds was great too. It was awesome. You had fun?
I did.
We would recommend it. We're so happy it's finally here. We've driven by for so many years. We were able to go in, share it with you. But I think it is time to call it. Fairy Tale Forest. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. You can see what I mean. I'm glad people are coming. They had to park all the way on the grass. The parking lot wasn't even big enough.